Welcome back to my channel. I am getting ready for work. I work an overnight shift tonight. Just a reminder to everybody, if you don't know who I am Rachel. I do a channel on unboxings, beauty stuff, lifestyle, whatever I find interesting. So today's video is going to just be me getting ready, talking about a few things. I'm going to try out some new Essen makeup I picked up on sale. And then I just want to remind everyone the giveaway ends tonight at midnight Central Standard Time. Tomorrow evening I'll do a quick little video on something, and in that hopefully I will get to picking the winners. I will draw them out of a hat and go from there. So anyway, so just a little bit of my getting ready routine for work. I'm pretty low maintenance, if you guys have not heard me saying that a bazillion times. I am just gonna do a little thing here. So this is the lotion that I've been using a lot recently. It's the Kate Somerville's Exfoliate Glow Moisture. This still smells like cucumbers or something. I don't know, it smells really good. It gives me a little glow. I got this in my box of Style, the Rachel Zoe box of Style. I've been loving this stuff. It makes my skin so soft and just nice and glowy. Definitely been in that kind of glowy, glistening feel recently. All right, so when I work night shifts, I tend to not like really heavy makeup just because I don't want to look like I had a bad night partying by the end of my shift, because my shifts are 10 hours and can be a little intense. So for those of you that don't know what I do, I don't talk about my work life very often just because, I don't know, it's something I don't really care to talk about very much. But I am a physician and I work in the emergency department. And so I see some really insane stuff and do some really cool stuff. But I generally don't like talking about work when I'm not at work. So you won't hear much from me about work, and that it's a personal thing. I like to do my work and then come home and not think about it. As we like to say, compartmentalize my life. And so it's not because I don't like my work. I absolutely do love what I do. And I think it's an absolute privilege to do what I do. But I like to not think about it when I'm not here. So this, sorry, I'm going to try to tell you guys what I'm using here. This is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I will tell you, this stuff, like when it first got it, it felt really cool. And then I got this like 4 or 5 months. Like it's getting to the end of its lifespan and it doesn't have that cooling sensation anymore. You can see I'm like probably halfway or a fourth of the way through. So now it's just like a regular setting powder. I still like it, but that's something to note if anyone buys this powder. And what I had just put on, which I've probably mentioned in like 20 videos already, is this, my hair is on everything today, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind here. So I just usually set my eye, put a little stuff here, and then I am gonna go in with this palette. Let me grab a mirror so that I can do my makeup and show you guys what I'm doing. So this is the Essence in Love with Rose palette. I'd never seen these before. Essence was running a sale on their website, and this thing was like $5. And I've been pretty impressed with Essence eyeshadows and just in general all their products. But this is what it looks like. I just love the color story on this. It's a mix of like velvet, mattes, and shimmers. There's like a dusty gray, some dark purple, some rose and pinks, and then like a super duper duper white shade. So I figured I would just do kind of a very simple look. Let me find a brush here and we'll get started with this. So I'm gonna go in with my beloved Lisa Frank brush that I absolutely like from Glamour Dolls. And let's see, we will pick, I'm gonna start with this kind of like, they don't even tell you what the colors are on here, but this kind of, I don't know, pinky neutral shade here. There is a lot of dust with these eyeshadows, so just a word to wise, but I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me. And for a $5 shadow, I think they can have a little bit of kickback and stuff. So I'm gonna go on the other side, go here. I just laying this down as my base shade, and it is actually kind of the color of my skin. All right, so I am going to go into the crease. I'm gonna actually use my crease brush from Ulta Beauty. And I'm gonna do this darker kind of, you can see here, it's like a dusty pinky gray color just in my crease. And see if this lays down here. You see, it's pretty subtle. I'm not going for a dramatic look. Just going for kind of a simple look. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about how very humbled I am about my channel's growth. You guys have been amazing, and I went from 50 subscribers to 100, and I think I'm just around 130 or shy of 130 in a 2-week span. And it's just amazing. Like my brain still can't wrap around it. My husband is like, looks at me like I'm crazy most days, but I just think it's great. And so, you know, I enjoy what I'm doing. This is really a hobby for me. Okay, I'm gonna dip into this color here. And so it is really just lovely that other people enjoy, you know, my experience and want to share my love of makeup and products, and you know, kind of on this journey with me. So I'm just gonna kind of blend it here and just do a little bit of a smoky outer corner, blend it in. These do actually blend pretty decently. So if I'm messy, it does blend out nicely. Fairly pigmented for it being a $5 palette. Like, I actually think it was a little less than $5. But yeah. All right, so you can see here, it's really, like, it does a nice job here. Trying to be a little lighter handed because I think I went in a little heavy with the first one here. I'm gonna blend it out with the Lisa Frank one again. I am by no means like a makeup expert. I used to do, back in the day, I used to do theater, way back, high school and even into college. And I loved doing very dramatic theatrical makeup at that point. And I just have not had the ability to, like I went through med school and everything, and I just kind of lost touch with that part. So I'm gonna go in with this really pretty like pinky shade here, and I'm just gonna lay it in with, I've talked about these before, my little silicone applicator. Here. But so I love that I've gotten a little bit back into makeup, and just I get to play with it again. It gives me a little escape from the stress of work and children and, you know, things like that. The other things I really love to do that I haven't been able to do as much because life just gets in the way is I love to travel. And before I had kids and everything, I traveled as much as I can. And so I think in some ways this allows me to explore and do the stuff with, you know, since I can't travel and go experience new things on a day-to-day basis with small children, I get to do a little bit of this at home with my products. I don't know, it sounds probably lame, but I really do enjoy this. Okay, last thing I'm gonna go is, this is like a more shimmery shade. So the last one I put on was kind of satiny. This is more shimmery, as you can see here. And I'm just gonna put this on like that little inner part here on my eyes with my finger. And, oh, that's pretty. Kind of layer it in here. As you can see, this is a very subtle look. I'm not going for crazy dramatic. I just want to look refreshed and fun. I'm gonna take my little pencil one here. load it up a little bit. And do it on this side, take it down here. So I have a new pencil that I wanted to try out here. This is the Essence Light Up Your Light Inner Rim Eye Pencil. I don't tend to go a lot on my inner rim just because, I don't know, I don't, but you can see it's kind of, if you can see it here, it's like a nudie color. It doesn't even really show up here. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my inner rim here and see what it does. Not bad. It's actually not too bad. It's not overwhelmingly bright or too white. You know, I do find that sometimes you can overdo the bright inner corner. That's just real subtle. It's a little hard, like compared to some of the pencils I've used, this is a little hard. And then it's got this weird, like, I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's like wax or something. Huh, that's weird. I don't know. It's like 100 degrees here, so still we're in almost September and the heat is just overwhelming. All right, so that is that. I am going to now go in with my little, let me find it here. I'm gonna go in with, where is it? This brush here. You see it still has blue from the other day when I did that horrible palette that I didn't care for. So I am going to go in with a mix of this darker color here and just ever so slightly touch it with the pink here. And I'm just going to kind of work my own lower lash line and just kind of pop some color on here. And a little bit up there. So you see, real subtle, like I said. I'm not going for dramatic here. I just want to look put together. So you can see again, a little bit there, a little bit there. That's it. Okay. So next, this is done. I'm going to put some mascara on in a minute. I am going to go back into my favorite primer, which I've talked, or not primer, sorry. My favorite highlighter that I just can't get enough of is the Essence Illuminating Matte Primer, or guys, I can't talk today. Bronzer, it's a bronzer. Just put a little bit on here. If I'm looking this way, it's because I have a big mirror. I'm at my sink here, and so it's a little bit easier. I have this like on a stand next to my sink. I figured this was easier to get ready. All right, give myself a little glow. All right, what are we gonna do next? Oh, let's do a little bit of blush. And I think today I'm gonna go back in with a different blush that I have been loving. Let me find it here. Here we go. This one. This is one of my absolute favorite blushes, and I just ordered a different color in this that I'll have to try out. Actually, you know what? Let's try out a new color. Let me find it. This is my, like, I have a box of makeup that I just got in. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So I have all sorts of things. All right, this is the Essence Satin Touch Blush. Where did I put the other one? Oh, here it is. So I have been using the one that is Satin Coral, and then this one is a little bit more of a brownie undertone, and this is the one that's Satin Love. I'm gonna do, I'll go ahead and do the slightly more brown one today. Since I just got this, and this stuff is like super cheap. It's like, I don't know, like $3, $4, and it just does this really lovely blush. Like, it's buildable. It's not like overwhelming, but it just gives a nice, like, I don't know, I like it. I'm not a huge blush person, but I love these blushes. They like actually make me want to do blushes again. All right, and then I'm going to get into my favorite highlighter, and I've talked about this highlighter a bazillion times. This is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I don't know, I'm in love with this highlighter, and I'm gonna use the Luxie Taper highlighter brush and put a little bit on my cheeks here. And I just feel like this stuff gives like a subtle glow within. I don't look glittery. I don't look like, I don't know. It's just really nice. Like, and then I'm gonna do a little bit on my finger, to the upper brow here, and upper brow here. So very subtle. All right, final thing here is a Catrice Beautifying Lip Smoother. This stuff smells really good. It smells like cake. It's got this weird applicator, and this is the color, ooh, what color is this? Sweet Caramel. I'm a big lip gloss fan, so I'll buy lip glosses till they're coming out of my ears. Nice neutral, nothing crazy. It almost is very sheer, but I like it. Okay, ooh, tastes good too. All right, final thing here, guys, is I'm gonna do a little bit of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea spray. Oh, and I forgot the most important thing, because I'm having one of those days, the Tarte Lifted Mascara. I love this stuff. I'm just gonna put a little bit on in the mirror here, don't mind me. I don't know, this stuff is amazing. It doesn't flake, it volumizes, it lifts, it curls. It's not ridiculously hard to get off, even though it's waterproof, and it separates out. And I've been using this pretty consistently for the last couple weeks, and it has not dried out, and it doesn't clump. Like, I love this stuff. It's a nice dark brown, so it doesn't look like overly crazy. If you don't like dark brown mascaras, you'll probably hate this, but I love dark brown mascaras. And it is just, I don't know, I love it. Like, I'm actually probably gonna buy it more when I run out. Like, I almost don't want to try all my other mascaras because I am just so currently in love with this mascara. But you can see, it's, I don't know. It's beautiful. Like, this is great. A respray. Ta-da! All right, guys. That is it. I'm gonna post this video up probably when I get to work. Just to remind you guys to go ahead and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Follow me on social media. Please don't forget to enter into that drawing. I will try to get up the video tomorrow evening. And then I'll go over, you know, how to I'll contact those winners, and then we will get the packages out. I am waiting on a package from ColourPop for the second winner. I ordered a eyeshadow palette to go in that little box of goodies, and hopefully I should receive it any day now. But yeah, thanks guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.